Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tyrant of the Dark Star. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I will toss it for my players to introduce themselves, tell you who they are, who they're playing, and then we'll get rolling into things.
Hi, my name's Aki, pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Gravewing, who is our monk kinesist. That's it. That's all you get to know about her. Oh, also uses she, her pronouns.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth, our Dampier, Dandy, and Rogue, who uses she, any pronouns.
It's me. Hello, I'm Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux. Just Eurideux for now. They also use they, he pronouns, and they are going to be our blood hunter.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, the Nephilim, I think is what they're called now, thaumaturge, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I am Sparlock. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Alistair Whiskerfield, the renowned wizard and investigator who uses he, him pronouns also.
Okay. Well, last episode certainly was eventful. Who wants to give us that rundown?
I got you. Aubrey tried to kill us again, immediately after already trying to kill us, and almost succeeded again. So there were slimes, and we were fighting them, and then one of them knocked my cousin unconscious, and I'm very mad about it, but it's okay. Laeth brought them back, and we did kill the slimes successfully, but it was extremely gross. It was the grossest thing. They had some horrible thing called a filth wave that they used twice. Ugh, it was gross. It was horrible. It was gross. But we found the clock tower. We left the sewers. We're now in a clock tower. Things are fine. Probably. I don't know. I'm going to take a bath. That's all that matters. That's it. That's all you missed.
Yep. Well, so I believe when we last left it, we were talking about taking watch.
In a bath.
Yes.
Priorities, Aubrey.
Priorities. So we'll say that there definitely is not plumbing up here, so you will have to find the water. Usually places like this, there's like a water pump out on, on a corner or whatever, like in the town square, where people will go get water, bring it back. There are several buckets. Getting water would involve leaving the clock tower.
Whose bright idea was it to put the tub at the top of the clock tower? Is there a pulley system?
There's also the create water spell.
Do I look like I have it? No. Can I make a pulley system before we get...
I will say that there's probably a pulley system already in here just to easily get stuff up.
Is there someone here that has create water? either in our party or just like in the tower by secret.
Just chilling in the corner, the secret water creator. That's their only job is create water. I don't have it.
I submit some no.
Does Nihil have it?
I don't think so. No, they do not.
I don't know. Where's the shot?
They have object reading. They can tell you about the tub.
I don't know if we want to know. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I think Yuri is talking to Lou. Like, you can't just like wait till tomorrow. Like, do you need to go out right now to get the water?
Yuri, you were eaten by a slime. I don't think, no offense to the rat detective, but I don't think spells are going to cover sewer slime. Living sewer slime. There's just a level of hygiene that is gone once the slime is mobile of its own free will.
Yuri kind of like looks over Lou's shoulder, just like stares out for a second and just, okay, I'll go with you to get water.
We haven't had a bath in like 2 weeks. You can't say you don't want one.
I just don't want to die again.
I mean, neither do I, obviously, but we will just be very careful and quiet, and if there's danger, we will stop. We'll just stop.
Did you say die again?
Figure of speech. Because of the slime, and also maybe the boogeyman.
It's a long story. Is there like, I assume there's like windows where you could like look outside, right?
Yeah. There's definitely easy ways to look outside. You're essentially like where the face of the clock tower is.
Too bad you don't have your gun, Yuri, because that would be so helpful right now.
You can sort of go to places where like the you can kind of open it up a little bit because they would have to sometimes do maintenance on the outside.
Okay, yeah. Like Yuri's kind of peeking through and just says, "Yeah, I need to go get that back eventually." Do I see like a bunch of ghouls, or do I see anyone or anything outside?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, thanks, Big Dice. Now you're being helpful. It's a 26.
26. So the thing is, you are very, very high up. And as you are, you can kind of like look around and you see Starlight Bastion as it's completely empty. Like it's completely dark. There does seem to be a house with a light on. There you can kind of see the sinkhole that Hollow Haunt fell into. You can look out. You can't really like get full 360, so you can't see like the other side of the city that's all lit up. You can kind of see it off in your peripheral. You can kind of see certain things that are shuffling around in the district itself, but it's when you are stories up, it is a little hard to make out the very fine shapes.
And have we seen a non-blocked out exit yet in this building?
There it appears to only be that one.
Is there like a fire escape kind of system?
No.
Okay. Has Gravewing told us that they lived here, or is that only out of character stuff, right?
Yeah, no, it's out of character knowledge as Gravewing has been here before, but like not lived here or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was Lou gonna say?
Oh, I was actually gonna ask Aubrey if there was how far away that lit up house was. Like, is it in the same square?
It is not in the same square. It is a couple of blocks over.
You would look to everyone, or at least speak loud enough for everyone to hear. Well, there's doesn't seem to be any lights or people out right now. Well, except for like one house down the way.
Show me it.
And Yuri would like motion Gravewing over and like point out exactly where the house would be. Just send me the lights on. I assume that means someone's home.
Aubrey, off chance that I recognize either the house or where the general area is.
Give me a perception check.
Can I roll society instead?
Yes, society. You could roll that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if you had society, so.
I do have society.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought society would be important for a vigilante.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, can you imagine? I'm just doing all of this and I don't have shit. Like, I'm just beating up people. That's horrible. That's a great fucking... Oh, I love these dice. That's a great roll. 23.
23. It's a little hard to tell with the district so dark, but that might be... Not sure if you've worked there, but that might be the home, the Wollstonecraft Manor. And you know that Helena Wollstonecraft was one of the founders of the Holy Blood. She's been missing for a very long time.
Would I know if the place is like abandoned or anything like that?
It's a little hard to tell with how she went missing shortly after the whole ghoul thing happened.
The what?
The ghoul outbreak happened. Because the ghoul outbreak started here in Starlight Bastion, and then the guards and the Holy Blood, they all tried to contain it, but it wasn't enough, and they essentially have, for the last period of time, last couple of years at least, this district has been completely quarantined. People don't live here.
How long ago was the first ghoul outbreak?
The ghoul outbreak started 5 years ago.
Okay, so recent.
Yeah, it started 5 years ago. The district was closed off about 2 years ago. And she supposedly went missing right around the time the outbreak started.
That's the Wollstonecraft Manor.
Yeah, and it's not like the entire manor is lit up. It does seem to be there's a solitary magic candle lit in one of the windows.
It's even more suspicious. Would that ring a bell? ring a bell for Yuri?
How much do you think Yuri knows about the Holy Blood?
Yuri, the Blood Hunter.
Good question. Let me roll a vibe check just for myself, because I feel like probably, but I'd say they know a decent amount, not in a way like they have worked with them, but in a way that they know what to look for to avoid them.
Question: do we have the frying pan? I swear this is related. Is it like stainless steel or like cast iron? Is it shiny?
It is cast iron.
Okay. Anybody got any shiny metal on them?
I assume all my shiny metal has been confiscated.
I have a bell.
Yeah.
I have a bell and I have glasses. Will either of those be shiny enough for you? But one of them kind of makes noise when you shine it, unless you know what you're doing. Yeah. I can make it quiet. You just hold the clapper. It's not that hard.
I'm wondering if we can signal and see if there's anyone in that house.
Well, people don't really live here, do they? So if there is someone there, they're probably not like.
So, I'm gonna assume you. Well, you don't know anything. There are people that live here. Not everybody gets out. So, I mean, and I just gesture to behind us. Does this place look that old to you?
I assume they were using the sewers and were like smugglers or something like that. This seems like a smuggler sort of place, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want them to know we're here?
Well, it couldn't hurt to find out if they can help. And by help, I mean, plumbing. That house totally has plumbing. Plumbing's a luxury.
Is it possible that the light is just a memorial for the Elena?
I'd like to know
inside.
before we go over there, but it's the best lead we have.
It's inside, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone left it there after she vanished, and then before they left the
She
district.
vanished like 5 years ago.
If it's magic, that doesn't matter. Don't get in my team, please.
I don't think a memorial will be left inside someone's home. Usually it'll be in front.
I mean, if it were private, I think I would do that. Anyway,
Not everyone is you, though.
And a good thing, too. So, I'm cool with going, since I know where to go. And I don't want to wait until, honestly, tomorrow. Because things here move so fucking slow and so fucking fast at the same time.
I'll go.
We're weak. We should rest.
You're weak. You can rest.
I'll go with you. So we're not alone.
Don't know if. I mean, we have barely gotten out of what we have gotten out of with all of us. If something goes bad or there are ghouls.
They are right though. Like if they could find a way to help us sooner is definitely better because we don't know if they're going to be there tomorrow. You rest. I'll go with them. We could handle ourselves. And together we could handle each other.
We're only going in to check it out. I don't expect combat. We certainly won't be getting into combat. If things come running, we run faster. No offense. I have no idea how quiet you can make a bell.
Well, you would be surprised.
Yeah.
There's
My experience with bells is that they're real fucking loud and the ghouls like them.
Not just ghouls.
Wonderful. Yuri,
And Eurideux nods.
I
Wait,
just
this-
gesture to the thing. To the. God, how did we get up here? A ladder? It was a
We
ladder.
took stairs?
A
Stairs.
spiral
Stairs?
staircase, I think.
Stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Okay,
staircase.
stairs. Then I will gesture to the stairs.
They'll hug you
Laeth has
before you go.
been-
Oh, sorry.
I was
Sorry.
going to say, Laeth has been watching this exchange and I think grabs the dagger that she grabbed from one of the guards and says, I healed up before we came up here. I'll join you.
Yeah, you're quiet. Or well, you can be quiet.
She winks.
I look immediately at your shoes. Actually, not
I
healed,
am-
right?
No, I am barefoot. My shoes were confiscated because they were.
By the fucking mother, have you been walking through the sewers
Oh, see,
You
the
could
bath
have
is
stolen the
required.
boots from a guard if you wanted
Okay,
to.
so I stole a pair of
gosh.
guard boots.
Okay. Don't, because I was about to go on another mission just now.
Eurideux is now considering the complications of leaving Lou and Alistair with the known cannibal.
With the cannibal. Yeah, I was having the same thought.
Nihil is just like, they're exhausted. They just right on a bed.
I feel like they would try to be cooking all the terrible food, but they have to sleep first.
Yuri looks at Laeth and just nods. Then gets a little closer to Lou and just, if the cannibal tries anything, just run.
No, yeah. All right, whack them real hard in the head.
Cool.
That's what frying pans for.
Yeah, I'm going to go cook something I know how to do.
Okay. Mothmom will go down first. I do want to. You know what? No, I don't think it would be here. Wouldn't make sense for anything. Actually, it might make sense. Would we, if I were to look through some of the crates, would I be able to find something like goggles or something better to obscure my face than just cloth?
Give me just a quick perception check.
16.
16. Not goggles, but I'll say you find like one of those like page boy caps.
Damn it. All right. I put on a hat. No, this is horrible.
Do you normally have like a mask or something?
I have a mask. I have a full suit. Actually, my old suit. I could have just jumped out the window of the clock tower and been pretty fine. So, definitely not having the best time right now.
Okay. Let's move this furniture away from the door very quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And we do it. No problems.
Yeah, it takes you some time, of, okay, you lift now, and eventually you do get all of it unblocked. And you open the door to the district. And this is the part where I will ask for those stealth rolls.
$19 for Gravewing.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 19. We don't have good stealth.
So you sort of maybe have either Alistair or Lou sort of kind of barricade the door behind you just so nothing can get in while you're gone. And you start sort of moving through the district. You spot like the ghouls and everything. They seem to move in packs. So it's kind of quickly, easily becomes, okay, one moves. We're going to just hunker down. They don't hear us. Okay, we're going to move. And as you do it, you pass a couple of places. You pass a place called the Shark's Fin, which you all, some of you would know as was an inn. There is, you also pass a place called the Eye Indigo. It's a little bit harder to tell what that is from the outside, unless any of you made a habit of going into tarot shops. Yeah, I didn't think so. And moving slowly and quietly, it probably takes you upwards of 30 minutes before you find yourself outside of the Wollstonecraft Manor. And that candle is still burning in the window.
I'm assuming the doors are locked if we were to.
Yes.
Shickle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is where I'm going to look to the rest of y'all and be like, all right. I was going to break a window, but can any of you pick a lock?
Looks at Laeth.
I mean, I did it with Lou's stays, which I assume we gave back. Yeah, because she put the wire back in. Is there anything around here that could be used for this?
Was there something maybe at the clock
or
tower?
in the clock tower? Yeah, we would have thought
Laeth
to
would have
bring it
grabbed?
if we saw.
There weren't any thieves tools, but I'll say you can kind of pull a similar trick that you pulled back when you worked on Gravewing's cuffs.
Yeah,
with
cool.
an improvised pick.
So is that a minus
Just
two
a minus
or
one.
minus one? Okay. Yeah, so Laeth will pull out the improvised pick that she sort of made and brought in the clock tower, and that is a 19.
A 19? Yeah, it's a pretty normal door, and it's locked, but they haven't put a chain on it or anything, so you can take that moment to, kind of quietly unlock it.
I give Laeth a very quiet good job, and I will go in first.
Laeth visibly freezes for a moment at the praise.
Oh no.
That's right. Do you feel that? You're healing.
Hey,
all right.
this better not awaken anything in me.
I'm gonna go in first. Going in quiet, but not low. I'm not ducking nothing. What this house look like?
So as you enter, you would expect to see, if this was a house of people who left or were gone missing, drop cloths covering furniture, dust everywhere. This house isn't in amazing shape, but just looking around, it's very clear that somebody has been taking care of it. And you're relatively sure that you can kind of see this staircase that leads up to the second floor, your classic entryway. Staircase goes up. You can see doors to your left and right. There do looks to be doors also further on. The candle would be in the window upstairs, and then kind of behind you, where the front of the house would be.
Well, I'm not because this place looks like it's housing someone currently. I'm not interested in taking anything just yet, but I will be going to where I find the light, because that's what we're here for. But also just in case, there's a fucking bucket, right? There's a bucket we can use and be like, oh, look at that. We also brought water to
Yeah, there
birds.
were a couple of buckets that were in near where the tub was. So
okay, dope. Look at this. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm gonna go to where the light is. And I want to look underneath the door, because I'm assuming the light will also come out of from underneath the door, and I want to see if there's any movement.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
I have two people with way better perception checks than me. Can I just tell one of them to do it?
You can, yeah, if you would like to.
Have Laeth do it and I'll stay guard.
I will poke Laeth because Laeth has been exceptionally helpful to me so far. And we'll be like, can you check if there's any movement behind the door? My eyes are no good.
Yeah, Laeth will sort of get down on their stomach, I guess, and look through the bottom of the door. And that is a 22.
A 22.
For perception.
This appears to be, from what you can tell, some kind of bedroom. And as you, you're looking, and you can kind of see there looks to be maybe a desk along the wall. Like the chair sort of seems like somebody's leaning back in it. And that's when all three of you hear the click of the sound of a hammer of a gun. And you hear a feminine voice say, the polite thing is usually to knock.
We were just about to.
Well, come on in.
I think Yuri will get Laeth up and slowly open the door, arms raised, like away from the sword that's on their waist. And not gonna say anything, just gonna like see who's inside, get the vibe. Or get shot. I don't know. It's your choice.
Yeah, there's a very fancy looking gun pointed towards the door. The gun is in the hand of this elven woman. She has almost white hair that's sort of pulled back into a tight bun. Her face is heavily scarred. There are like 4 long claw marks that go from one side to the other. Her left eye appears to be mechanical. You sort of hear kind of a slight whirring and clicking sound from it. Her right arm also does appear to be mechanical in some form as well. And
Let me just say, before we opened the door, I will have, like, when Yuri was pulling me up, like, glanced at Gravewing, like, do you want to stay out? Like, presumably they don't know how many of us are here.
Oh, yeah, probably then. If they make no indication that they know 3 of us are here, or specifically that I am here, I would like to stay.
Like hugging the wall.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Okay, then Laeth will also, join Yuri coming in.
Yeah, anybody who's entering, all 3 of you make a society check.
My dice hate combat but love everything else. That's a 23.
21.
18.
You all can tell this is the owner of the manor. She's relatively well known. She established the Holy Blood with the other 2, Andreas Ravenswood and Elias Grimm, or Elias Gore. Yeah, Gore. She established it with that. She's known, and she was even the senator for this district. And she's still pointing the gun at you and looks between the 2 of you and says, "Where's Akos?"
He said he would come back after. He stayed back at the prison.
He did. She grumbles and flips the hammer on the pistol and stows it underneath her jacket. Did all that fucking work to get him out, and what he fucking does.
I'm just as confused as you were.
Yeah.
As Yuri slowly lowers his arms and just starts to say, "Then I assume you know exactly where we came from."
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only reason I came back to this godforsaken district.
It's a good thing we recognize signals when we see them. Okay.
Yeah, it might as well be a giant signal in the sky.
Looks at Laeth. As if there's do you have any questions? I have questions, but I will look at you.
I mean, if you're desperate to leave, Senator, we're probably staying in the clock tower, at least for the night, to rest up. We can pass along any messages or goods.
The most important thing is I want the information they promised me.
They unfortunately give us nothing.
Of course, Akos knows when to play their cards close to their chest.
Well, is there any other information that we could help you with? Or is there any way we could get help from you to figure out what the hell that clock tower is for?
The clock tower was a marvel of the city for a long time, but used to, from what I know, the tunnels underneath it are smugglers' tunnels. Quite often, that's what he was used for.
How many people know about the tunnels?
I'd say not that many. I would not be surprised if the Bloody Blades knew them and used them, but currently with the state of the city, the tunnels aren't exactly the most safe to use.
We found that out.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
do I know if Helena is or was involved with the Unbroken, like a member of the Unbroken?
Give me a perception check.
That is a 17.
A 17? She's not wearing anything that would show off that she's a member. You know that Captain Gore is a member of the Unbroken, but you don't know about either of the other founders. Helena was always very... She's shunned away from the limelight, preferred to let her job speak for herself, speak for, She was a monster hunter through and through.
Why did you want to get Akos out? Is it just information? Is there something he could help you with?
Yeah, promised Akos a way out. They gave me information on the Unbroken and everything that's going on in the city. I left for a while. It was safer. The other two founders tried to kill me. So I let them think they were successful.
Explains a lot. It definitely would mean you want to leave here without being seen as well.
That's the plan.
You have a secret or safer way out of here? Or do you just avoid ghouls like everyone else?
I can't get further into the city before the lockdown is lifted. If you want to take your chances with the Watching Wood, I have a way out of the city. But if you came from Cold Iron, I would recommend not. You aren't exactly outfitted for a trip through the Watching Wood. It will require a lot more gear. There's also the problem of In the last couple of weeks, guards have been starting to sort of clamp down on things. Currently, you can't move across the bridge without proper paperwork. If you don't produce the paperwork, you can't go back across the bridge.
What's happening? Why are they locking down?
As far as my sources can tell, it was the murder of the previous high priest combined with the fact that the outbreak is not getting better. So that the heads of the city say it is to limit the spread of ghoul fever.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Is your friend just going to sulk in the hallway the entire time?
No, I'm gonna step in and just be like, well, not exactly friends with anyone here, especially you.
Shrugs. Yeah.
The you was not for you. And I gesture to Helena.
It's very fair.
Do you know an Osmont Talus?
Think. Yes. Alchemy professor at Ravenswood Academy. Went on sabbatical 5 years ago, never returned.
Yeah, well, that's who we're supposed to stop according to your cult friend.
Well, if I remember correctly, Talus does have a mansion in this district.
God, the chances of him being here are pretty high, aren't they?
I'd say so. I'd also advise caution. He was an alchemist for the Holy Blood. He came up with the concoction that they use, among other things.
Got one more thing to ask you, and I'm not sure if you're gonna know who this is, though. So I might as well take my chances. Would you happen to know anything about a Juniper?
Juniper. As she... Let me roll her... Just... The name is familiar. Was a student at Ravenswood Academy, then went missing, returned, dropped out of the academy, and joined the Clockwork Union.
Are you up to date with the news? Actually, has there even been any news? That part I wouldn't be able to tell.
I can't say the name means anything beyond after that.
Well, based on what you've been saying, I'm really counting on you not being friends with, honestly, anybody from your order.
I'd say that's a safe bet.
Yeah, that's who you're gonna want for the cure.
Okay. I have agents on the other side of the city. I'll get word for them to look out for her.
Yeah, last time I checked, she was bleeding out, so I really don't know if she's alive or not. What I do know is that I had her stuff. I don't know where that is. So do you have any idea where cold iron would keep shit like that? Important shit.
It depends. Usually you're processed at a separate facility and then sent to Cold Iron. I would bet that certain things about the any items taken from your person are probably... They would probably be in the same district. There are areas where things like that are kept. It would either be in the Coin District or Emerald Reach, one of those two places.
Yeah, well, I guess then we'd rather focus on hoping that Juniper is still alive and then keeping her safe. I'm assuming she's smart, so she can probably recreate her process, I hope. I don't know how far in she was in to this stuff. I'm going to assume very far for assassination attempts. But yeah, that's your best bet.
I'll get information and word to my people.
You think dealing with Osmond would help stop the spread of all these ghouls?
If Osmond is the source, cut off the source, cut off the serpent's head.
Well,
Bad phrasing, you could still extract its venom.
It's true.
and then make an anti-venom. Well, as long as you don't mean any harm to us, I don't have anything else for you, though I may ask if you have anything in this place that we may borrow to help us keep us safe. Maybe some water, maybe if you have more guns. They took mine.
I'll look at the three of you and say, whatever's in this house is yours. I don't know how much is left. I'll be setting out in the morning. I can't stay here.
You got any masks? Or goggles? Because this is really uncomfortable.
She kind of gives you a bit of a lopsided smile. It's very, very weird because, you know, the scars on her face kind of pull her lips a little bit. And out of her pockets, she pulls a pair of goggles and will toss them to you and just say, hope these help.
I'm not going to put them on here, but I will hold them and just give her like a nod.
Does the pudding still work?
As far as I'm aware.
Wonderful.
We're all going to take fucking baths, aren't we? Let's go.
Certainly am.
Mm-hmm.
I said, anything in here, help yourself. I think all the really good stuff will have been picked through already, but there might still be some stuff here.
Well, Yuri gives a short nod, like a thank you, and will start looking for shit, assuming that Laeth is gonna go take a bath or something.
Yeah, I will be taking a bath last, and this is simply because we gotta establish watches at here. There's fucking ghouls, man. But yeah, I might also look for some stuff I in particular don't want. I still don't trust Helena to just leave her to her own devices. So I'm keeping a good eye out, especially since someone is literally bathing over there.
Yeah, before Laeth leaves the room to run a bath, she will ask if Akaz does come through the clock tower and the tunnels while we're still there. Is there anything you'd like us to pass along? A location?
Just don't know how to get in contact with me.
Fair
It's better if they don't know the location. As they were a cult leader. They still kind of are. But I hope they'd be desperate enough to give me information.
I mean, they seem desperate enough. Oh, you don't. Can you fucking guess who I am? Or, like, do I need to write you a letter?
That you were Gravewing.
Yeah. Well, worked well with me. So, chances of you getting information would say decently high.
Yeah. I said, take what you need. I'll be gone in the morning. And we're gonna jump back to the people in the clock tower. What are Lou and Alistair up to?
Sorting the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I am making inventory of everything in this clock tower, going through the crates and the barrels, and also desperately looking for anything to refill her stash of esoterica, which has been decimated down to a handful of rat fur and occasional boogers, which she's not keen to repeat.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of esoterica wise. You managed to essentially, the food comes down to about a 10-day supply of rations. There's the clothes are clothes, and some of the other, crates have various just sort of important sundries in them. It's whoever gathered all of this stuff clearly was more focused on just surviving.
Also, would we be able to, because I think Nihil can do it, identify what's in these bottles that we found in the sewers?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if either of you have crafting, you can do it.
I'm trained in crafting. Wait, what's your crafting, Alistair? Do you have crafting? Is it better?
I have a +9.
Yeah, you're gonna be the one to figure this out. Go for it.
I'm always happy to help. That is 27.
27, you have 4 lesser healing potions.
I suppose now that we know that these would have been so helpful earlier, we should maybe see if we can make the beds nice, and maybe we can put together dinner, some sort of dinner. I know our options are limited, but we could try to make it nice. And then when they come back, we'll look like we've been useful and helpful, and they won't sneer at us with their sneering faces.
You do find something in one of these boxes that looks like a wand of some kind. Either you can use any of the arcane, occult, or arcane, occult, religion, or nature. One of those.
I have 6 occult. That's or arcana. Those are my best 2.
I have 11 arcana.
Get it. Go. Take it.
16.
16. You have a wand.
I do have access to the wizard spell list.
Yeah, you have a wand of conjure water.
Oh! Incredible! That's exactly what we needed. Are you able to use it?
I can.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you have access to the conjure water.
I have a question. When you conjure water, because I'm not good at magic. Not exactly my strong suit. I am better at making stuff up. When you conjure water, is it like
you control the temperature, or is it like straight out of the stream?
I have prestidigitation, so
You could make it hot. That is all
I
that
can make it.
matters.
yes.
We should build the bath. We have soap. And then you two should wait downstairs, and then I will bathe, and then you two can take turns bathing.
It can only make about 2 gallons.
That's okay. It's better than nothing. I will take what I can get. You know what? We'll put it in and we'll at least wash our hands and faces. If nothing else. Because we cannot
Sounds
make
good.
dinner if our hands are filthy. They're so dirty.
Okay, and cool, warm, or flavor 1 pound. So I can apparently heat 1/16 of it.
We have lukewarm water to wash our hands and faces in. Collectively, shared water, no less.
Yeah.
At least there's soap. And we have crackers. And beef jerky, which I don't even eat. That's okay. It's fine. We can focus on making the beds look nice. I don't know about these clothes, so we might use them for stuffing because these are they're flat. You know what I mean? And it will be good. We will have done something useful and helpful, and they won't be mad at us.
You said it's the minor healing potions, or lesser?
Lesser. Would it be really rude of us if we all 3 of us took one, and then we left the last one for Yohi, obviously? But that's mean. That seems
They
petty.
left us
We
for the
shouldn't do that.
ghouls. We'll never see them again.
Oh, what if we all, when we see them coming back, right? We all climb back down into the sewer and we pretend we died. That would be so funny. Oh, Yohi would be so mad. I did that once when we were kids. But I did it really good, okay? I used ketchup and I made like blood everywhere. They were so upset. They got me in trouble with my mom, but that's okay. I made a big mess, so like it was fair.
So you are able to clean up and enjoy some of your water, hardtack, and beef jerky.
Meanwhile, the fine dining on the other side of the other side of the square, they're having caviar and something else that's expensive, warm plumbing.
Yep. So back with people in the manor. I wouldn't say the water is the warmest, but can get kind of warm, and it's more than 2 gallons worth. You can actually clean up and find fresh clothes that are not just sort of basic pants and a shirt and trousers.
Yeah, I mean, Laeth is trying to be quick, but 1, has never had to take a quick bath in her life, and 2, has 5,000 tons of hair that hasn't been washed in 2 weeks. So I think it's a long process.
Yeah. So while that's going on, the other 2 of you, or one of you is keeping watch, and then is another one sort of looking around?
Yeah, I'm keeping watch, just because it's literally better. And you can look around.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for more shit. Weapons, secrets, tools, more secrets.
Yeah, I mean, there are several bedrooms. There are 4 bedrooms in this mansion. like looking through, people were not like incredibly like invested in figuring out like taking the clothes or anything. So you're able to find fresh, clean clothes that are, your size and, something not necessarily exactly what you had before, but closer in styles. Like a lot of this is built for people who are monster hunters. So, and there is, I'll have like I'll write a full like for everything you find later, but like you're able to find some armor, some more like better armor than just like basic leather. I will say that like a lot of the weapons have been taken, but you're able to find a gun.
Nice.
You're able to find a dueling pistol.
Okay. In case of emergencies.
No ammunition currently, but and there are certain things like you're able to find like a rapier and a few other weapons as well. I'll give you the full write up. There's also you'll stumble across at one point a library.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
First question. Do I find a cool jacket?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Yuri does change and just do whatever. They like, no one's around them, so they do have actual excitement on their face when they see the cool jacket. It's just like, finally. Fashion. No. And then they see the library and it is very interested, but also doesn't want to just like stay there. So we'll go back to where Gravewing is keeping watch, and just there's you see basically like a satchel full of like weapons and shit, and just got everything I could carry. There's also a library that I wanted to check out when we're all ready to go, because I don't want to stay there while you're waiting.
All right, that's good. While you were out doing shit, can I ask Helen a couple questions?
Yeah.
Now that we're...
She would have sort of, kind of just hanging out in the room, currently waiting until essentially the eclipse rises during the day, when when the ghouls are a little bit slower and a little bit like, less active.
Yeah, proverbial day. Gravewing, still on guard, will ask. Would you happen to know anything about my partners?
I don't currently know anything, but I can have my people look.
That would be much appreciated. According to Akos, we have no idea where Widow is, and Yellow Jacket was last seen in the Twilight Grove. I do not know how much I can trust him, though.
As far as you can throw him.
And not gonna lie, I'm a little bit more inclined to trust you. Not because I like you, but because your friends tried to kill you. And I really don't like your friends. I don't think they're your friends anymore either. We might be on the same page.
Yeah, they're definitely not my friends anymore. They're definitely not the people I once knew. But yeah, I hadn't heard anything, but it wasn't really the thing I was looking at before. But I'm going to have the few people who are still loyal to me look around, see what they find.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, anything helps. Especially the status of their well-being.
Yeah, well, I hope you find them.
You and me both. Ugh. And then Yuri comes in, and I'm like, nice jacket.
Not as nice as the one I used to have, but I'll get it back eventually in my fucking axe.
I hope so. I doubt I'm getting any of my shit back.
Yeah. Yuri, if you went through the kitchen, there really not much there. You're able to find really the only thing that's kept would be anything that's left in the wine cellar. So there might be bottles of wine.
Oh, then Yuri would also have the one arm satchel full of armor, weapons, and shit. Other arm, I've got some wine.
Fucking nice.
This one looks like it's aged. I mean, at least 5 years, right?
It's got. I look hella right in the eyes. Be like, it's gotta be older than that.
Oh, it's definitely older than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that bottle was 40 years before I left. So 45
excellent.
years.
No. Just humor me. No blood or anything like that, right?
Not
Not one of those weird wines? Okay.
No.
Good.
I am not a vampire.
Health restrictions. I just have to ask. I've had a lot of strange things.
What the fuck have you had in you? What?
We could talk about it in a time where we're not waiting for...
You and your cousin do weird shit.
You don't know the beginning of it. How long has Laeth been taking a bath?
I don't know, man. Rich people take a long showers.
Yeah.
Laeth will reappear, properly cleaned, with her hair like tied back in a high, long braid, and wearing new clothes that have not been through the sewers or 2 weeks of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri, you go. You were the slime had you. You go.
You sure? I could keep watch if you want to go.
You can keep watch after, but you were in it. You know? Yeah.
Yuri
honestly,
would.
I don't know why you're wearing the jacket while you're still not clean. It's gonna suck.
All the other clothes are gone. Yuri would drop the satchel of weapons, hand Laeth the wine, and just save some for me at least.
She will raise the bottle in your direction as if she's going to drink it the second you leave the room.
So, is there anything that either of you would like to do while Yuri takes a bath?
I mean, I'd like to check out the library if there's anything fun there.
There are a lot of books. Are you looking for anything fun or educational?
Smut. I don't care about education.
Time to get the ye old book title generator out.
We're here.
It returns.
Let's see. There is something that looks incredibly tawdry, called The Devil's Bride.
Yeah, I think that Laeth spends 2 seconds going towards the more serious books, the sort of instinct to find information very present, and then very consciously sets that aside and finds The Devil's Bride and picks it up and goes back to Moth Mom and Helena.
Found anything interesting?
She'll flash the book towards you and say, I mean, based on the title, this one seems like it'll be quite explicit.
I think you would notice Moth Mob takes a little bit longer to read and understand the title. And then she thinks a little bit and goes, oh my God, is this smut?
I will look over towards Helena because it's her library.
I will also look at Helena.
Those books belonged to my wife.
Your wife has good taste.
I will tell her you said that when I see her again. All right. Anything else?
Can I find decent clothes?
Yeah, you all
I'm just
can.
kind of
There's-
wearing Running Man mishmash, you know?
Yeah, there's decent stuff you
Okay.
can, and you can bring back like a bunch of clothes for the other two as well. Other three.
Three.
Yeah.
Yuri, by the way, would not take that long of a bath.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
They would get like the soap clean just and come back like didn't dry their hair fully well just because like with horns and a towel it gets hard, so it's as dry as it can be but slick back and just will shoulder the stuff. Is like, all right, your turn.
I go in. You hear the water go fucking everywhere. It's just like if I had a bucket, if I'm like filling the bucket and dumping out of it. That's why it sounds like, okay? You hear the water go fucking everywhere. And then after many of said waterfall noises, you hear wind go like I blasted the whole area dry. And I will come out with my semi-nicer, not sewer nor slime touch clothes. I have the goggles on. I have ditched the cap because I think the cap is stupid. And I am covering the rest of my face with probably like some sort of like cloth or like
You can find a bandana.
Bandana, yeah. Like you get what I mean. Where
You
I'm
can find
going
like an
with it.
actual bandana in among the clothes.
Yeah. Just things like that. And if you were to go into the bathroom, it is dry, but kind of a mess. Not like a horrible mess. It's just kind of like, I would say the floors look clean, but you can suspect that's because there's water went everywhere.
If I may, in that time before, since now it's just Laeth and Yuri is now just going to stand there just a second like, so what's actually happening between you and Lou?
Eurideux, asking me to kiss and tell?
What and tell?
It's an expression, my dear.
Mm-hmm. Look, whatever history that happened with us, no need to take it out on Lou.
You think rather highly of yourself.
You're right now, as
Uh-huh.
much as you think of yourself.
I'll have you know that Alouette has charms entirely her own that have nothing to do with you.
That I'm fully aware of. I don't need you hurting her anymore.
Laeth does not have a response to that, so instead she raises the book to her face and crosses her legs and says, "Is that all?"
Yuri nods. Opens up one of not the nicer wine, maybe opens up the equivalent of a fantasy rosé. Just the cheap stuff. And we'll take a swig of it.
I'm offended. Rosé is fucking nice.
Cheap rosé. You can get rosé for $10.
Rosé could still be nice and cheap, but
Yeah, but it's still $10.
Yeah.
Gee, I sure wish I had $10 lying around to get cheap rosé on a whim.
Yeah, but it's not a 45-year-old thing of wine.
Yeah, no, that's wild. I don't even know if I want to drink that. I just need you to know. I feel some type of way knowing that we have very expensive booze.
Yeah.
But literally, you're in the house of somebody who's very rich. All their booze is gonna be expensive.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So this is this is the good fucking rosé. Which, by the way, Moth Mom will drink some, but definitely not to get drunk. It's more like I just want to taste kind of vibe, you know? Just like, oh god, that's nice. Good burn. I remember that I'm alive. You know, things like that.
Yeah. No, Yuri's not drinking to get drunk. They're just drinking because Laethster.
That's very fair. So through all of this, you're all clean. You have your spoils, and you manage to sneak back to the clock tower.
Oh, no stealth checks for them now.
Not this
Nah,
time.
man, we waited for the pack of ghouls to go because we knew they were like where they would go, and then we just walked out.
Gravewing, I think you've joined the rich club.
I took one bath and I'm rich. Wow.
I know, that's how it works.
We also would have brought water buckets because we have no idea about the wand. Or at least Yuri would have brought water buckets.
Yeah, no,
Not a
we were
helpful
we're totally bringing water buckets.
Mhm. You've got like the 3 buckets of water. You do the thing, you do the knock on the door that you've arranged for, to be, hi, this is us and not ghouls.
Yeah, I'm sure Lou would grab the group to help move stuff out of the way. And you'd come back to the clock tower. That looks like it went through spring cleaning. Everything is like neatly organized. The boxes are labeled. Everything looks really nice. There's like a little fake, dinner, table setting on the floor because there's no table or chairs for that matter. So there's just like crate lids to be the table, and the hardtack and the jerky are set out really nice. Everybody still looks filthy, but slightly cleaner. I would presume, since a full bath is out of the issue, we at least switched into whatever clothes were around, which I can't imagine are great. And Lou just looks like she has been running around like a whirlwind. And she probably has been. She's probably been very bossy to you and Nihil. Alistair, she's been very bossy.
Yeah.
You're helping clean whether you want to or not.
Yeah. But you will notice that all 3 of them have had a bath.
Oh.
They're all very clean and wearing fresh new clothes.
So I take it you made a friend.
A work partner, temporarily.
Yeah. An
I wouldn't call them a
innkeeper?
friend.
Do you usually bathe with friends?
I mean, they bathe with
That's
them.
an odd conclusion to, like, you wouldn't let me take a Are we not friends?
You are
No, you
all
only bathe with business partners.
you are
That's how you
all
close with people.
you are all really fucking good. So found a person. Person is an acquaintance at best right now. We can go back into her manor, and there is plumbing, so y'all can bathe.
We have, points at Alistair, a wand of conjure 2 gallons of water.
We
have,
brought 3 buckets of water to help, but
marvelous. That is up to 5. That is enough to wash like whole arms now. We're gravitating. And we have less bodies to wash now, so that's fine. We also have dinner. And after this, there are, I guess if we subtract the dinner, then there's probably only 9 rations left. And we have, drumroll, this one is important, healing potions, 4 of them. Woo, we took them out of the sewers.
And
Oh, the
you
mysterious-
told me not to go.
I know, right? Foolishness.
Well,
And the beds, they look clean-ish. They've been
Uh,
dusted.
Yuri would drop the satchel, fill gears, like, well, you got all this. And going to hand the rest of the rosé to Lou. I have some of this
wine.
as well. Yes, the person did not care for the rest of the stuff, so we liberated it.
That is good because our options for beverages were water. Now we have options. Bathwater specifically, yes. Gross slime bathwater that also has soap in it. Maybe tomorrow we could have summoned 2 more gallons and had a sip of clean, bacon flavored water.
Yuri is gonna gently put a hand on Lou's shoulders, like, Lou, I know we're having a bad time. We are kind of in the shit. We're all having a bad time.
Yes, we are. So, while you were out making new business acquaintances and finding wine, did you happen to find out when and how we get to go, home?
Not soon.
Not soon?
The town is in even more lockdown than we've ever seen it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We love an adventure that ends up in prison. And then Ghoul Town. Love it. Cool. Exciting. This is what I wanted, actually, so I'm happy. I'm excited.
I mean, surely your parents can arrange for paperwork back across the bridge.
I don't know that they even know we got arrested because we were still in jail after 2 weeks. Which is a long time, Which means maybe, I don't know what Papa thinks happened to me.
Actually,
Because the note was real big.
Actually, now that I think about it, why were you 3 in jail exactly? It takes a lot to put nobles in jail. For several
I have
weeks.
no idea. We didn't do anything wrong. We were trying to fix the problem, and then they came in and they were like, "Oh, we're going to blow up a." I don't really remember, but it doesn't matter because we weren't doing anything wrong. We were fighting the worst ghoul ever, and then it went really badly.
Over the table, we were in Salvation Row. Is that right?
Coffin Walk.
We were in Coffin Walk. Okay. Yuri's like, yeah. Lou and I were trying to help some people in Coffin Walk. Last thing I remember, I got thrown against the wall and woke up in prison. Not by Lou.
No,
So like whatever you were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
it was the
Alright.
boogeyman.
Mm-hmm. I just a boogie, like that
Oh.
fucker Whiskey said.
Yeah, what a liar! I didn't like him.
You wanted his hat.
I
Who?
liked that hat. I didn't like him.
Whiskey. They sold us some information.
Looks like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, yeah.
Do you know the Whiskey Jack?
Yeah.
Do you like the Whiskey Jack?
Sometimes I like him. Sometimes I literally throw him. So
Good.
yeah.
He deserves it.
Mhm.
I hope you throw him again sometime.
He usually deserves being thrown, yeah. Not a horrible person though.
So, Laeth, why were you in prison? And why didn't you get out?
I was at the Verta Harvest Festival dance and my mother was murdered in front of me. So, not much chance for the family to spring me from that.
Inside check, inside check, inside check.
Yeah, inside
Perception.
check. Murder is pretty big.
I believe them.
Deception versus your perception.
I only rolled a 7.
I
Roll
We
believe
have
low.
hero
them
points
so
again.
much.
We have hero points
You
again,
do.
so I'm going to use that.
Wait, sorry. So they're rolling against my deception DC?
Yeah.
Or you could roll deception, I assume, right? Because you are just straight up lying.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I mean,
want to
technically,
try to get higher than
Technically.
what your deception DC is.
she isn't wrong.
She was.
You.
You did the murdering.
The murder did happen directly
the
in front
murder
of you.
happened in front of me.
It was just also by you.
I did use a hero point for this.
Me too.
What'd you roll, Hockey?
Nat 20. So I'm gonna figure it out.
I got
Which
a
is
19.
great because I don't have much. Okay.
I got a 19, so that's a 27 for me.
I, do you want to roll to see if to contest?
Nah, they can have it. My DC
Yeah.
is 19.
I mean, to be fair, you're not technically lying.
Yeah,
You're admitting
yeah.
circumstances, so they may both realize that there's more than what you're saying, but you're not technically lying when you said your mother was murdered in front of you.
Yuri's like, get involved with the wrong people.
Oh, she's been involved with the wrong people for my entire life, Eurideux. But it seems like it finally got up to her.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I'm sorry as well. So sorry to hear about your loss. That must have been very hard.
What about Nadia?
She got out. They didn't arrest me immediately, so she's all right. She'll be all right.
Does
So with my nat 20, can I tell the tone difference here with the way Laeth talks about their mom?
Can I say that I think you can definitely tell a big difference between how she talks about her mom and how she talks about Nadia?
Yeah.
And then her response to the two, I'm sorry's, was there was definitely a, harsh, I'm not, before she sort of smoothed it away.
Okay, dope. Then Mom will say, did she deserve it?
More than.
You
Nice.
can't ask her that. Her mom was murdered in front of her.
There are tons of absolutely abhorrent and horrible parents in this world. And you can deserve murder.
Yuri's just gonna kind of shrug at that, well, yeah. No, Yuri would kind of look at Lou and just, it is strange that even your father didn't come get you. That's the thing that's concerning me the most.
But I don't know about you, but I didn't exactly tell them my last name. Because sometimes people react badly to it. So I thought maybe this is a good time to not do that. But I was going to once I found out we were gonna die. That seemed like a great time to be like, hey, actually.
You have zero survival skills. Huh?
We're working on it.
I don't get much opportunity to do things.
No, I know that. I've been your place.
Oh, that's
What
okay.
I mean is, being in cold iron would have been probably, if you were gonna flaunt your not even flaunt, if you were gonna drop a line to your family.
I know that, but see, Captain Elisco was also there, and I don't think he likes our family very much, or at all. So it is possible that if he knew, he would perhaps enact some sort of personal vendetta because he had the opportunity. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to mention at this point, you've all been up and awake and almost died multiple times. You were all probably starting to get very tired. And honestly, it's kind of hard to tell what even time it is anymore. You don't know how long you have until sunrise. So I might suggest trying to get some sleep, trying to get a long rest in before figuring out what your next move is. We can figure out watches at the start of next episode before you figure out what your plan is, so you all can bring Dick up to speed on to what's happened. So, Aki, you want to take us out again?
Yes, I do. Hello. Thanks for listening. Catch us again, most likely a next week, where we continue doing things. In the previous time that I had to do this, I forgot to mention that we have a bunch of things going on, like a Patreon and a Discord, which you can join and talk and, I don't know, shit on us. We also have a Twitch stream going on, Last of Eden Spices. It is a Vampire the Masquerade game. It's all good. It's pretty hot, pretty sexy. We're doing a bunch of more stuff on Twitch eventually. And yeah, that's it. Eat your vegetables or they'll eat you.
I still like to fight your vegetables.
Fight your vegetables.
That was pretty good.
See, this one was less manic. The last one was like, yeah, fuck you.
Consuming.